Hi, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Our devotion for today, March 29, 2021, is from the Gospel of St. John, the 12th chapter, verses 12 through 19. Beginning with verse 12. The next day, the large crowd that had come to the feast heard that Jesus was coming to Jerusalem. So they took branches of palm trees and they went out to meet him, crying out, "Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord, even the King of Israel." So the next day is what we as Christians call Palm Sunday. But for Israelites, it was known as Lamb Selection Day, the day each family would choose the lamb they would sacrifice for the Passover. It is on this day that Jesus, God's own lamb, comes into Jerusalem. As Jesus approaches and enters Jerusalem, the people are excited. The one who has performed many miracles and healings, including the raising of Lazarus, is approaching Jerusalem, and they are beginning to view him as the Messiah, God's anointed King and Deliverer. They shout, "Hosanna," which means save us. Yet the saving that they are hoping for is a deliverance from Roman oppression. Hosanna is in fact a political statement. The palm branches they wave and lay down in front of Jesus were a symbol used on the coins of the free nation of Israel under the Maccabees and Hasmoneans. So the palm branches are also a political statement on independence and self-rule. Verse 14, and Jesus found a young donkey and sat on it, just as it is written, "Fear not, daughter of Zion. Behold, your king is coming, sitting on a donkey's colt." Generals and kings who conquered cities often showed the inhabitants of the conquered cities what they were to expect by what the general or the king rode in on as he entered the city. If it was a horse or a chariot, the people should expect military domination, martial law, harsh judgments. If it was a donkey the general or king rode in on, then the people should expect peace and amicable relations. The scriptures say that Jesus entered Jerusalem on the back of a donkey. It also says that when he comes again, he'll be riding on a horse. Verse 16 and following, his disciples did not understand these things at first, but when Jesus was glorified, then they remembered that these things had been written about him and had been done to him. The crowd that had been with him when he called Lazarus out of the tomb and raised him from the dead continued to bear witness. The reason why the crowd went to meet him was that they had heard he had done this sign. So as usual, the disciples don't understand all of this that's happening to Jesus as it's happening. And it's okay if you don't understand everything about Jesus right now either. It may take some time. But as you read the scriptures and meditate on them and continue to pray to Christ, you will get to know him better. The people thought they knew who Jesus was here. But as usual, the people made Jesus into a Messiah of their own making, into what they wanted, not the kind of Messiah that God wanted. The people are always trying to bend Jesus into something that he's not, something for their own gain, something for their own pleasure and delight, something under their own control. They want to define him, but he is tied to God's will, and no one can control him. And the Father is the one who has defined him. So the Pharisees see everything that's going on, and in verse 19, so the Pharisees said to one another, "You see that you are gaining nothing. Look, the world has gone after him." So the Pharisees see all the clamoring after Jesus and the loud yelling of Hosanna and the laying down of the palm branches, and they understand what is going on, and they're fearful about what this might mean in terms of the Romans coming down to quell this disturbance. But they're looking at one another, the Pharisees are, and they're looking to the chief priests, and they're saying, all of our actions and inactions so far have gained nothing. It seems the whole world has decided to follow Jesus. And so their plans to kill him become more concrete. Go in peace. Serve the Lord.